Network Remedy is it's a premier managed services provider located here in the Bay Area, and we've recently expanded into other parts of the country. Most of our clients are in the 100 to 1,000 end user range. We do have a smaller subset that are in the kind of really small business, let's say 10 to 100 end users. But I'm going to say our meat and potatoes is usually in the 100 to 1,000 end user range. We typically work with Cisco products, and we've done that historically in the past. We have several hundred, I think over 1,000 endpoints that are Cisco Meraki devices. NETGEAR was never even in the conversation when we were deploying things at client locations, purely because it's had a history of being a consumer grade product, and the types of clients we support and the metrics we use for reliability, performance, uptime, etc., NETGEAR historically did not meet those requirements for us. And so we never even explored that as an option. We explored other providers, and I could name a couple right now if you're comfortable with that. We looked at Ubiquity, we looked at Ingenious. Datto has some products that are targeted specifically for the MSP market. And all of them kind of still fell flat when we compared it to the Cisco product line that we've been historically deploying. With the development effort that NETGEAR's put in to target the managed service provider, and specifically our goal is to reduce the rollouts, reduce the truck rolls to go visit and troubleshoot local instance network equipment, firewalls, etc. NETGEAR's been really instrumental in pushing that development to the point where it's now a viable solution for our clients and for us. And from a cost perspective, that's really been the largest driver, but also performance, reliability, uptime, feature set, remote management are the biggest pieces here. You can imagine I have to remain to some degree impartial when I communicate that, hey, NETGEAR really has stepped up their game. And NETGEAR is really targeting the managed service provider and listening to what our needs are and executing on those requirements. I think NETGEAR's done a really good job of escalating their game into that higher tiered market. And now, like I said, we're exploring our next phase here of removing and replacing network hardware for our clients and providing the NETGEAR solution at a much lower cost point, better performance, and still maintaining all that remote management and feature set that we look for as the managed service providers. It's a win-win for our clients, for us, and for NETGEAR. It's a win-win-win, I guess. Ultimately, our goal is to be impartial, but then recommending the systems that meet the client needs. And many times budget is a strong consideration. It's part of that. And I think the NETGEAR coming in, same or better features, better performance, a lower price point, I mean, you can't beat that recipe. The key thing for us was that NETGEAR listened. NETGEAR heard us. And NETGEAR repeated that back to us and documented that, and then went out there and executed on it. And I feel like moving forward, they're going to continue that culture, which is going to benefit the managed service provider market even more. I think from my perspective, NETGEAR will be a viable contender, and not just in the conversation anymore. But, it wasn't even in the conversation before. Went from that to being in the conversation to now, I think in the next 1 year, we'll be the front runner to anybody else out there. And I'm excited for that because my clients get to benefit from that. My team gets to benefit from that. Why not?